God damn it, I'm muted again. I can't believe it. I do this to myself. I finally got it set up so that way I can mute, like, individual things. And now that I'm able to mute individual things, I forget to not take it off. Which is just awful. But I do this to myself. Welcome, everybody. My name is Term. I am the Axolotl of the Lighthouse. I do my best to create a calm and cozy atmosphere for those of you who are trying to rest from the struggles of day-to-day life. As you all know, my name is Term, and it is lovely to make your acquaintance. I hope you are all having a wonderful, wonderful time. Yes, the moon is wet. The moon is wet, everybody. I hope you're happy. I hope you're excited. But anyway, I don't usually stream today. Trying to turn on the light. Give me a second. Okay, I can't turn on that light. That's unfortunate. But we will do our best. Yes, the moon is wet. Next question. Give me my comfort lamp. Absolutely, absolutely. You paid the points, and therefore you get to go into the lamp. There we go. I don't normally stream today, but I had some extra time and thought, why not? You know, I went to the gym yesterday, I'm feeling sore, I want to have fun today. And so I thought I'd look back through my game catalog that I've gotten over the past year, and I looked through some games I haven't played yet. One of which being...
Surprised by a Term stream, yippee!
We really need to work on that echo. In fact, let me see if I can fix that. But yes, I do hope you're excited. I've been very excited, so, you know. I don't usually get to do streams on days like this, but I had some extra time, so I thought, why not?
It's cold today. If I had bones, my bones would be cold.
Oh yeah, I know. I was up at like 4 in the morning, just like heading out to work, and I'm not used to having to have my car like preheated. So like I had to get so many different things set up. It was awful. It's just awful. But you know, I would rather it be cold than too hot, because I can put on as many layers as I need. It's none of these. Sure, it's one of them, though. In fact, we'll just... I'm all sniffy and I don't like it. Trust me, I understand completely. Sorry about that. Had to move some stuff. I don't think I have it quite fixed. I'll probably go into Stream Elements later today and I'll get that all fixed. You guys can really tell that I'm not used to being here. Usually I'm kind of just resting or doing something else or in VC, so I'm not... Ooh, you know. Thank you for the care package. There we go. Gotta keep this little hydrated. I'm gonna stretch as best I can, because I went to the gym yesterday. I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in a long time to see what my maximums were for PT, because PT is going to be helping me a tiny bit when it comes to that. Is it meant for only one person to claim a Daily Pebble? It shouldn't be. That seems weird. Let me fix that. You guys know how whenever I change something, there's always something wrong, you know? I always miss one part. And a lot of people would be like, oh, you should double check. But see, that requires me to have the brain functions to do that. If I go down to Daily Pebble... Oh, I see. I put down limit per redemption, 1 per stream, when it should be limit per user per stream. That should fix it. Go ahead and see if y'all can... There we go. Okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. There we go. But yeah, like, PT's gonna be helping figure out a good, like, plan for me. Because I want to start exercising a bit more. Don't get me wrong, I have a pretty decent body. You know, I got blessed with some wonderful genetics when it comes to to having that corn-fed farm boy build. But I want to see how far I can go. I want to see what happens when I actually start taking good care and maintenance of my body. You know? A lot faster than exclamation point Pebble. Exactly. I also did that because this way I can actually track how many pebbles we get per month, and I would love to see how many daily pebbles we get each month as a good baseline to see how things are. Maybe, yeah, you might need to refresh it. Sometimes you gotta refresh the page. Because everybody else's seems to be... Oh, yep, there we go. 50 daily pebbles! Wow! Dang, you've been here for 50 streams. Well, technically, actually, yeah. But, yeah, I got a lot of fun stuff that I got planned. Imagine being able to eat corn. I didn't oh, right, I forgot. I feel, I'm not gonna lie, I feel kind of bad for you, Kohal. But, you know, that's just how it be. You know, some of us are able to enjoy cornbread and some of us can't. Has a song ever made me cry, and why? Listen, everybody who's been through a breakup has that one song. But joking aside, I actually had a moment last year, where I was on my way home from, or actually no, I think it was this year, where I was on my way home from work. No, I was on my way home from school. And I just put on YouTube, and the song that I got was, Shmoyoho's, it was their song that was based around, it was like Markiplier's Baby I'm Back. You know what, we'll actually listen to that right now. I think that seems like fun. I think, and the main reason that I bring it up is because for the longest time before I started streaming, I wasn't in the best. I used to be a lot happier. Before the time of streaming. Like, I used to be a really happy kid, and I used to have a lot of energy, and a lot of things sort of wore me down over time, and it made me, and listening to that song again made me realize that this whole streaming thing has kind of brought back the old me, or at least a version of me that I cared about a lot more. I know it seems dumb and stupid, but it was a moment where, like, I was just listening to it, and my brain just, you know? Let me see if I can find it on Spotify. There we go. There it is. It's by the Gregory Brothers, not Shmoyoho. Through some shit. But now, baby, I'm back. I've made the mistake of wasting some time. And I thank you for your noble sacrifice. I'm smart, and I've been through some shit. Let's do this. I'm ready. I've been so down for this. Oh, don't mind if I do. Dopamine is rushing through my little brain. Oh, here I go. I am so down for this today. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back on a roll. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back and out of control. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back. You're on a mole. I'm back, baby. Hey, I'm back. I'm so down for this today. Smart. Smart. Brain. And then me to where I need to go. I'm on a roll. I'm feeling great, feeling fresh. And it's what I need. I'm feeling great. I'm just gonna be doing this for all eternity. That's how it's gonna be. Me, my dreams, finally grown taller. It's always seems smaller. The biggest baby around. And nobody's gonna stop me now. Ooh, don't mind if I do. Dopamine is rushing through my little brain. Oh, here I go. I am so down for this today. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back. You're on a roll. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back and out of control. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back. You're on a mo. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back. I'm so down for this today. I do the dinosaur. It's just so silly, but I love it. There's so many, like, individual lines that feel really nice. The dinosaur. Don't mind if I do. Dopamine is rushing through my little brain. Oh, here I go. I am so down for this today. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back. On a roll. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back and out of control. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back. You're on a mo. I'm back, baby. Baby, I'm back. I'm so down for this today. So, like I said, I hadn't been myself for a while, and just having that silly song that just was playing and was weirdly, like, super, like, when singing it, and feeling those things where it's like, I feel good, I am competent in who I am, and nothing is going to stop me from feeling this way. Nothing is going to take this from me again. It weirdly felt empowering. And I know it sounds silly, I know it sounds stupid, but sometimes the silliest things are the things that you need the most. But anyway. It's like, yeah. I really, you know, I don't have to justify it. Why am I trying to justify it? I liked it. It made me tear up when I was listening to it again. Okay, but anyway, I've been doing this. I've been holding off for a while. I think I'm getting better with this whole, like, chilling out with you guys for, like, 15 minutes before stream thing. Hopefully I can keep it up. But, yeah. I am going to go ahead and get started. This is a game called Bad End Theater, which I have seen. I do not remember all of the gameplay stuff. I do know it's a very simple game. I am not going to struggle with this at all. But there's a lot of like, text, a lot of voice lines, and I think it's going to be really fun. So without further ado, let's get started. Oh, there we go. Nami presents. Or sorry, Nami. Okay, by the way, if we could go ahead and get one of the mods to go ahead and pin this content warning for me, so that way people are ready, because, yeah, there's a bit of cartoon blood, gore, violence, and strong language. I'm gonna go into settings real quick, because I need to lower it a tiny bit.
Well, theater, I'll go bring popcorn, father.
You know, that's a great idea. Why don't you go and get some popcorn? Don't get the wall popcorn. That's probably asbestos. But in all seriousness, I do hope you all are ready. I'm very, very excited. I will just let it be the way that it is. I will return. Anything else I need to know? Music. Oh, okay. But yeah, if we could get this content warning, like, messaged and then pinned. Something off topic, I should really change my username, because everywhere I go by Dreams... everywhere I go by Dreams except here. Yeah, I can see that. You know, sometimes a name doesn't fit. And that's why it's important Personally, I'll be real, I'm of the opinion that every adult, once you hit, like, 25, you should be allowed at least one free name change. Because, like, I think that's just fair, you know? Because, like, you get given your... This game does contain... Oh, thank you so much, and now all we need is to get it pinned, and then we'll be all good to go. Ugh. But, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Let's go. How do I pin things on phone? I'm not even sure if you can. I'll be real with you. Worst comes to worst, I'll just pull out the text box and I'll put it on the screen. Hold down on the message or tap on it. Ah! I didn't know that. You can tell that I don't... Listen, the first time I got given a mod badge, that, like, I was from when I was in a stream of Tuxanors, where they were playing marbles on stream. I was already a VIP, and they said whoever wins this marble, like, battle gets upgraded. So if they were regular, they'd become a VIP, and if they were a VIP, they became a mod, and I won. And I didn't know what to do after that. Takes a little getting used to. Sick. Awesome. Alright, let's go in. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. But first, allow me to explain how it works. To begin the tutorial, select whichever doll you would like. Demon doll. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the human doll? Play nice. You try to make friends with the human doll, but it kills you in cold blood. How ruthless. You found your very first bad ending! But don't worry, the story need not end there. Let's reset the stage, and try again. This time try controlling the other doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Play nice. You and the demon doll are able to set aside your differences and become friends. Why, this isn't a bad ending at all! I should have written out this possibility. It's just not suited to my theater whatsoever. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to whatever you chose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay the doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game! Now try turning the doll's behavior on and off to see the different outcomes. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy. You both attack each other at once and die together. End tutorial. What the heck should I name myself? Because I already know that Dreams is taken. You could do something like, Dreamscape? Or like, I'll be real, I'm just trying to think of something that doesn't end up making you sound like a Dream SMP san. Okay, I'm done. Maybe like Daydreamer? Yeah, that's another good one. Do you understand how to play? Yeah, I get it. The game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Now, without further ado, let's start the show! Well, here we go. No. Who am I? Let's go with a maiden. You are a maiden that lives in the peaceful village next to a spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't given the opportunity. Who knows? You are in church. You pray to your god asking why you've been born into the role of a maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you're really just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you'd understand your role better if they would just hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon just to, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Introduce yourself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. The demon suddenly jumps at you and starts biting. A lot. How painful. This plan of yours was completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have just been more patient? Why did you have to go looking for trouble? I'll be real, I might not have the narrator voice when I'm doing this. I might try and do whichever character I'm from the point of view of, just so that way I'm getting something a bit different. You weren't angry or anything, of course. This was all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, I guess. Bit by bit, you were swallowed by the demon, until you were no more. Yo, consumed maiden ending. Yeah, we'll reset the stage. Let's go with the hero. We'll get one of each. You are a hero! You like to think of yourself as pretty reliable and swell guy! Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures, fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told that a maiden from your village has been kidnapped and is likely being held captive in a nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even put a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your own adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Bravely slaughter the evil creatures. You make quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel so much stronger now! After a long trek, you make it to the castle front gates. You're faced with an army of demons that all look very intimidating. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Ask if they'll let you in. You attempt to explain why you've come, but the monsters before you is eyeing you with suspicion. They can't help but notice the demon blood from earlier you haven't had the chance to wash off yet. Whoops. You have no choice but to fight the army in self-defense. Oh well, more experience points for you. You make your way through the castle, fending off the demons that stand in your way. The Overlord appears, demanding to know what the hell you were doing murdering all her soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance, a convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can see only one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Thinking about the poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got! You've become strong from the hordes of demons you take down before the final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her to pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. Just as you suspected, she had already been devoured. You feel hollow. A great evil has been banished from this world, but what does it matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it meant to be a hero. Return to the Overlord's remains, wrap her head in your cape. You bring her back to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Failed hero end. Let's go with Underling. You're a demon underling in service to the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep the humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot of standing in one place and staring into nothing. You feel like you're gonna go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everybody? You complain to about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she is kind of a snob, and totally deserves to be kicked off the throne. You only wanted to vent your frustration, but the conversation turned into an assassination plot? You should probably steer this in a responsible direction. Let's overthrow her! No, you're sick of the Overlord holding you and your friends back. You agree, it's time for a change in management. Your friends suggest that you should be the new Overlord. You like the sound of that. You announce your first act of rebellion is to take the day off like you wanted. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them that you'll talk more about the assassination thing when you get back, which satisfies them. You sneak out of the castle and have some fun! Change of atmosphere excites you as you spend some time rolling around the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to a nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She greets you and says she has a favor to ask. You consider your options. Let's hear her out. You're in a good mood today, and you're rabid curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would even be possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. Bottom line is, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks where you found the maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool, as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mention how you can't believe you and your friends ever considered overthrowing her. She gives you a look that just says, that was just, and you say, that was just a joke, of course. She smiles and dismisses you. You decide to take a nap. After a few hours, you're rudely awoken by the sound of battle. You emerge from your room to find a hero who's slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! Save yourself! You look around at the lifeless forms of those you knew from far back and you can remember. You feel glad not to be in their shoes. You also feel guilty to be thinking that as you flee the castle, then you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected of you. Maybe you'll start a new life, far away from humans or demons, where you'll live peacefully alone in some deep dark forest somewhere. Deserter Underling. So far, so good. Now there's only... Oh, wow. Why do you have bad end there? You are the Overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by the demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think? Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in the hopes that they'll leave you and your army alone. But they never do. You're still new to this whole Overlord thing. If you're being quite honest with yourself, you don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is just doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil Overlord they expect. So think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to that higher standard. One of your underlings walks into the room, totally interrupting your thought about how awesome you are. They're saying something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What do you do with the underling? They deserve a day off. They're a kid. You tell them to go take a break from the stifling castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being the Overlord sure is great. You awake to a knock at the door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. I got my name. Yo, Skittles Dreams. Aw, that's sick. We love that. The maiden goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient about her impending capture, so she's just come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her that you never had any plans to capture humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I be more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think the world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. The maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around it. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. You wonder what to say. Sure. Go ahead and stay a while. You can't bring yourself to send the maiden away. She just got here. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You are glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans, as not to agitate them and to get heroes sent after you. That explains why people in my village have been left unharmed. It's because of your orders, isn't it? We're very grateful. You're surprised to hear that. You've always assumed that humans be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed, despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden's different. You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, and that you're actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in the village are a little exhausting at times. You can't tell if she's into you or not. You notice the sounds of battle have started ringing through the castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her. It's only your underlings roughhousing, no big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into the room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero stands there, unsure of himself, but he's covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servants' bodies in pieces all strewn about your castle is really taking it out of you. The hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Why did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The hero starts babbling insincere apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing, but you are beyond hearing that kind of bullshit. You have had it with the humans always murdering their servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back as you lash out at the hero. When you regain control, there's nothing left of the hero, and the maiden had left in terror. You are alone. Aww. That's sad. So, we do have a bad end here. I want to see what this is all about. Oh! Okay. Okay. Okay, so... dutiful... Okay, so... Tyrant, disloyal, hungry. There we go. We'll skip to where we need to be. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to the demon's name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought, and you feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if you were around to see. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into a nearby village. People are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. Yeah, that's pretty rude of them. But you haven't done anything yet. Put on a show! You attack the nearest human. He's old and weak and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience screams grow louder. Applause! You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. Curtain closes. Performer underling. Alright. Let's see. Let's try that again. But this time we return to the castle. Yeah, we'll just leave. You figure if people are upset at just the sight of you, it won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you commit. Also, they might fight back, and that probably wouldn't end well. Just one little underling, after all. Little day out, adequately refreshed, you return to the castle, thinking you'll take a nap. Rudely awakened by the sounds of battle, you emerge from your room to find the hero has slaughtered many of your friends! Avenge the comrades! Who does this guy think he is? Coming in here and killing everyone like some damn maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into a guard who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kinda down. You liked that guard. You wished with all of your demon heart that this hero would suffer for his deeds. You bite into him, tearing his flesh from the bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel the sword go through you, but there's no pain. Only retribution! Vengeance! More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero overtaken. Your army has won. You've earned your rest. Victorious underling. That's nice. Probably need something different here. Alright, okay. What other ones can I get? So, beautiful... apologizes, and something else. Yeah, that seems about right. We'll, yeah. Let's go with that. Flee. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation would be ruined. You wonder how you'll ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demons. You take your chances at the castle. You're a hero, after all. This is your job. Ask if they'll let you through. They seem to trust you as they escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and Maiden seem to be in the middle of a casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion, but there's no time to hesitate. Ask the Maiden what's going on! Or destroy the Overlord. That's an ending. You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, and then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering your hand to the Maiden. She takes it after slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the Maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done. Slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage, they'll throw a huge celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Alright, let's do the same thing, but... Flee, skip, diplomatic, skip, ask what's going on. The Maiden explains that she was never actually captured and that she came here on her own volition. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do, but no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to town with you, to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You pause when a group of suspicious demons are standing near the entrance. They're talking about assassinating their Overlord. Proves that the demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this! You don't understand what the Maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. That same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The Maiden takes off into the castle, and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the Overlord's room. The Maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars! It's followed by a group from the entrance who shift the blame back onto the little one. Those demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them. The whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. The Overlord is no better than her subjects. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get the maiden to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss at each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. An instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join in, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord's taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into the underling's chest as it lets out a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. You look at the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith at a time like this, you envy her. The two of you, the Overlord and the underling's corpses, are all consumed by flames. Resigned hero. How are things looking so far? Let's see. Let's see. Again, kind of hard to read. Let's see. Maiden meets Overlord. Maiden stays for a while. So dutiful and heroic are the only ones so far. Yeah. The demon doesn't seem to really be listening to you, which is a little irritating. You agreed to take you to their master nonetheless. After a long walk to the castle, you were introduced to the Overlord. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture a maiden, or to do anything else that would agitate humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like it. Still, that doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told demons would one day seek you out, and something awful would happen, and then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe you've been lied to all along. Maybe you just haven't been maiden-like enough. You ask the Overlord what you should have done to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. Just go home. Stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. The Overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The Overlord shares many a story about demons with you. And little by little, you realize they might not be the ruthless monster you were raised to believe. As it turns out, she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans an excuse to send a hero after them. You realize that might be why you never heard of any demons attacking the town. You express your gratitude to the Overlord on behalf of the village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of servants getting killed off by them. We've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really they're just trying to live their lives the same as you. Feel the better that you've started to understand things a lot better. But maybe what I've said is to deceive you. And the other humans, what would you do if I turned out to be a super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting by the way things are back home. This kind of you kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you always kept to yourself, but spending time with the Overlord has been very nice. Feel butterflies in your stomach. But then the hero barges into the room. His clothes are stained with a dark liquid. It's dripping from the weapon, too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. The hero suddenly dashes towards the Overlord, sword drawn. Protector! You selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny. You think you never could have imagined this would be the way you die. The roles are all switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You're glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope that everything turns out alright for your new friend. Oh, that's sad. Oh, that's real sad. Dang. Probably gonna be the same thing, but instead of being a martyr... Yeah, instead of being a martyr, we'll just let it happen. Do nothing! The hero's blade pierces the Overlord as she lets out a horrible shriek. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out their hand to you, saying it's time to go home. Love is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you through the castle, past the corpses of its enemies. Try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere. You shut your eyes, but even then you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demons. You feel sick, but you take part in the festivities regardless. Place at Maiden. Dang, that's sad. I mean, I guess I should have expected much from Bad End Theater, but, you know. You have not done a lot of endings for the Overlord. What can I do for them? Dutiful, heroic. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do Overlord. Day off. I also haven't gotten the antisocial one yet, so you better go home. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here will definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and you tell her to get lost. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you also really want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think. Against your better judgment, you let her hang for a little while longer. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. Expresses surprise. We'll just feel sudden pain through your back. You look down to see a blade protruding from your chest. Oh, that was careless of you. This is how you die. Stabbed in the back by some cowardly hero. What a joke. You were supposed to be the ruthless one. That's right. Humans can't be trusted. Not if this is what they're capable of. You should have remembered that before letting one in. You watch as the hero takes the maiden's hand, leading her through a sea of corpses he'd left in his wake. Captured by a demon. At least she got what she came here for. Join the army in eternal slumber. Alright. Day off. And we'll let you stay for a while. Oh, dang it. I went too far. Back off to work. Ah, got it. Got it. So I made the hero cowardly last time. And that's what caused that. Okay. Let's see. So, day off, stay in chat. I need him to be dutiful, heroic, and I need the maiden to be a martyr. There we go. Also, I just noticed that Mystery just said that. Go on, do your stuff. Stay a while. Hero stands there. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero. So much blood. Why did it come for the maiden? There's no one for the hero to save here. There was no need to harm anyone. The maiden shouts something behind you. As you turn, just in time to see her throw herself between you and the hero's blade. It pierces her chest as she falls to the floor, lifeless. As the pool of blood begins to grow, so does your rage. The hero has taken everyone from you now. You lose control. And the hero is obliterated. But your hatred for humans has not yet been sated. You'll go on to destroy them all. You'll become ruler of the entire world! Ending A, okay. Well then. Let's see. So, story, day off, stay in chat, diplomatic, leave. Let me just double check. Alright, we can do that. Go ahead and grant him the day off. Searching for the hero who is rumored to have been captured. Captured? Not at all! I only wanted to meet the Overlord. Did anyone read the note I left? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that it is a whole misunderstanding, hadn't led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take the maiden away from you. Oh, that's a new quality. No, we're keeping her here. The maiden came here to get captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she preferred this place to the village? Now she doesn't have to leave! You take a step towards the maiden and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already... It's one of your underlings. The maiden screams. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. You've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You've been slain by your own underling. Betrayed Overlord B. Yeah, we'll take that. Back to work. You give a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to know do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they'll thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling, lie down on your nice comfy overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick. Just another one of your amazing talents as overlord. You awake to a knock at the door. You thought you told the underling to do their job, not drag strangers into your room. Looks like they took an unauthorized break away from the castle. You scold them, but ultimately you're a little interested in the guests, so you let them off easy. Their underling's not so bad. The maiden from a nearby village. Yeah, stay a while. Let him go. You're certain that she'll spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious overlord bed. The room feels so empty now. This loneliness. Hope your new friend will be back soon. Close your eyes. You've almost fallen asleep when the maiden and hero burst into your room frantically trying to communicate something. You're told that a group of demons is plotting to assassinate you. You're not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. All of your underlings barge in next, shouting that the humans are liars! They're followed by another group of demons crying that everything was the first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting at each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for them all to shut their traps! You have no doubt that the servants wouldn't let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try and take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place. crushed beneath my heel. Saying this made you feel very Overlord-like. And you aren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. The group of demons start muttering something about going back to Plan A. Slam the door. You and the maiden and the hero and the one underling are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing their friends for betraying him. The hero pounds the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you die. Burned alive in your own room by those that you thought you could trust. You still you should have expected as much from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration you don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling whose traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot knowing that they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry like they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Forgive them. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You all burn together. Overlord's true end. Before you're taken back to the rest of the story once again, you pause for a moment. True end, you say to yourself. What was the point of all my efforts if the true ending is this terrible? You must have forgotten where you were. This is bad end theater. Is this pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you've been shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grow attached to my little cast. You start to relate to their flaws, their plights. You start wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that in my theater. My lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. Your choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to it, dear guest. Alright, 14 out of 41 so far. Sick. Let's see. Alright. We still have a couple qualities we still need to get, so I think I'm gonna go and do that. Looks like we need qualities from ourselves. It looks like we already got all the stuff for the hero. That's pretty neat. Don't give up. Surely there's a good ending somewhere. Don't give me false hope. Don't do that. Yeah, it looks like the only... Okay, no, there are some hero qualities as well. Which quality have you yet to get? Okay, I need the maiden quality for that. Okay, so Maiden meets Overlord, antisocial, up. Okay, we can do that. Alright, you. You live in a peaceful village. Introduce. How rude. You just got here. Obedient or refuse to leave. Well, we need that quality, so we'll go ahead and get that. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. They ask you what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is like right there? You explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think that you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by demons. What nerve. You are very upset with this so-called hero would treat you that way and leave in a huff. You return to the village alone. Everyone was very worried about you. They surround you with 1,000 questions and you tell them your story. You explain that the Overlord never had any intention to harm anyone here. You notice that your looks and the uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You're loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer. The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You only told them the truth. Did they not believe you? Everyone begins speculating what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of a hero? They ask. You could have just possibly escaped the Overlord, but without harm? You must have conspired with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing that you aren't a horrible creature that you know them to be, they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things they've never cared to know? Wonder how you missed that before. You're seized by the crowd as the voices from all sides are called for public execution. You are to be burned at the stake. You don't want to die. Wonder, would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You'd always live honestly, so why is this happening? Why are you being punished? You hear dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. You can only watch as you burn. You can only cry for them. You are so sorry. Executed Maiden. Wow. That is something else. Alright. I need a hero quality before I can get... Oh wait, there's still a maiden quality apparently. Where is another maiden? Oh, there. Oh, but I need a hero quality for that. So, hero quality's here, so, antisocial, please, obedient, antisocial, flee, obedient. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is like right there? It's dangerous! The maiden explains that she spoke to the Overlord, and it turns out demons were never had diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. I mean, I'd trust her. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though her story is kinda hard to believe, you feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. The townsfolk must be informed about this immediately. Two of you return to the village. They had all been so worried they praise you for your bravery. But the maiden quickly sets the record straight. There's nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look to you for an explanation. You politely inform them that this isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on your way to the castle. She explains that the Overlord isn't interested in capturing monsters or anything of the sort. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle by how little they trust this maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate their fair citizens, you volunteered to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking about the great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. Town Elder's voice breaks into your thoughts. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately, and says you'll all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on their own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh! You thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting at you to hunt her and her demon friends down immediately, but that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. Can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her, talk to the demons in order to clear up the misunderstanding. You valiantly dash to the maiden, towards the Overlord's castle. But you were too late. Through the unguarded gates, you spot a group of demons surrounding a body. Maiden. She was a fool to have trusted the demons after all. Your hero blood is boiling. You'll avenge her death. You charge through the gates to eliminate every demon you see! What the fuck are you killing all my soldiers?! The Overlord is angry, and you vow to exterminate her and all of demonkind. You clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easy. You're both dangerously low on health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Unlucky hero ending. Dang. That's something else. Oh, wait. You yell, but a hero does not come. The demon is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You tell the demon your name. Okay. You return to the village, hoping to communicate this to everybody. They had all been so worried, they're glad that you were brought back. You quickly set the record straight. You weren't rescued because there was nothing to be rescued from. The villagers seemed confused, and they looked to the hero for an explanation. I think you need to play Underling more. Probably. Tell you that they only ran into you on the way here to the castle and that it isn't really your story to tell. You explain to them how you met the Overlord and that she's not actually interested in capturing maidens. The villagers look to the hero for confirmation, and you feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over yours, but you don't say anything about it. The hero proclaims that he believes your story, but volunteers to go to the demons himself, just to be absolutely sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers, words of trickery and demon sympathize are being thrown around. It makes you frown. You're pretty shocked everyone's this hesitant to believe you. Does the hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. The old man implores the hero to go speak to the Overlord immediately. He says that you should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because, of course, if you were conspiring with demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. You'll be tied up and tossed in a cell at this rate. You're not going to be held captive by anyone. It's going to be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. Grab the hero and run! You boldly announce that you'll accompany the hero to prove yourself. You'd rather risk what's out there instead of staying in a village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to react. You grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone can stop you. Near the castle entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right, you think? What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons take notice of you, and it's now or never. You take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. You burst into the Overlord's room, all your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time! The Overlord seems to have followed the frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency. The underling you recognize from before barges in, calling you a liar! You're surprised they were part of the evil plot. They seem to notice. Yeah. The other demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other. It's really stressing you out. You're relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she's a very Overlord-like in this moment. The group of demons hiss to each other and shut the door, leaving the little one behind. You watch as it pounds at the door in distress. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this. You think that must have jinxed it, because now the room is engulfed in flames! If only you'd ignored those demons before, you and this hero wouldn't have been stumbled into this situation. If you just pretended not to hear them, if you had left as you were told, only the Overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for you. You think that no matter what, you'll always strive for a path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. The Overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The Overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved, but does it make a difference? You all burn together? Maiden's true end. Keep collecting bad endings for now. Maybe it can't end like this. You want to answer the Maiden's prayer. Decided to find a way to save everyone. But retracing the paths you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. And there's really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end. There's nothing you can do but just acting from within the story. Maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. War. I don't know who I am. You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everybody to safety. You don't know how you could do that, but what's going on here? You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you, but why are you pitch black? You feel like your body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past it. Hero, Maiden, Underling, and Overlord have been staring at you. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. You guess that's because they're supposed to be the one guiding them. What will you say to them? Hi, guys! Smile awkwardly and introduce yourself, and the Maiden is the first to respond. My prayers have been answered! You must be... Or God? No! You're merely a player. If there was a god here, they'd be a final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. You now realize what the real true ending must be. Now. Enough of this. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but a self-insert story? How passé! You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way onto the stage, did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of all this world. Call me Tragedy, if you'd like. Darkness envelops the party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of their many bad endings, right? You are alone in the darkness with me, Tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I'm sick of seeing all these bad endings. Then frankly, you should have never come to a place called Bad End Theater. Haven't we already been over this? You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending? It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, that does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got! Time to fight God! Also, hello, Lone. The stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. Attack! You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage! You don't truly exist in this world after all! Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. Wait, let me try that again. Defend. You try closing off your heart to protect yourself, but it doesn't make you feel any better. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Behold, my beautifully tragic tales! Doesn't seeing them all again make your heart ache? You've witnessed 17 of my painstakingly crafted endings. Your heart does indeed ache for these characters. How could you want to put an end to all of this? Do you truly care for them that much? They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here, to the end of the world. You came here to save them. You can't do this alone. You find a hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that no, you're not a demon. How do you explain it in a way the hero will understand? Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I handcraft all my own hero gear. You sense his pride in his hobby, and you wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to the role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. You remember the state of your body and decide, yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He's overjoyed by your answer. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else ever wants them. True end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please tell me that I could reach that dream. Hero will now fight alongside you. I agree to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this! The hero has arrived! We really couldn't have a final boss without him. You're the one who's been killing us! Murderer! I can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated! We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate! Oof. Summon. You reign of terror ends here, Tragedy! I refuse to give in! The hero uses willpower to overcome tragedy! Tragedy is reeling. The hero is using their belief in justice to fight tragedy. The justice applies to you too, does it not? Will you pay for your own misdeeds? You happen to find a maiden as she exits the church. Her heart is set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing. She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Pitchfork work yet? Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are in a sense? You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon. I was hoping I could meet one today. You think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring out. It's like a catalyst of the story, after all. My role as a maiden is... Meep! My role as a maiden is to be captured by the Overlord, but you see, I've grown so tired of waiting. Remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, so... You ask what she's really hoping to gain. Maiden's confused. Perhaps it was simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. True end for the maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. Is there anything I can do to find fulfillment? Please guide me! The maiden will now fight alongside you. What a horrible creature! You wound me, dear maiden! Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate! Show kindness! The main tries to appeal to tragedy with kindness. So naive! I'll balance your kindness with my cruelty! Your HP runs out, and you are overcome by tragedy. If you wish to challenge me again, collect more bad endings. You'll be able to reach this path again through the Maiden's true end. I'll be waiting. Your bad end. Alright. Now that we have... Oh. Nah. Not yet. Nice. We can go back there whenever. Someone please make time to fight God a soundbite. I really should. I should add that to the Discord soundboard at some point. Let's see. Yeah, I still have this one, so... Day off. Castle. Disloyal. Antisocial, obedient, trusting, so... Antisocial, obedient, trusting. There we go. She seems very frightened and screams for a hero. You consider your options. Come on, quit yelling! When the maiden realizes that you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she started talking to you like your friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you, because why is there conveniently only one language in this world? If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make more sense for them to each have their own language? The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line is, what you gather is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide to go out for a nap. You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what the deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're going to get rid of the current Overlord and put in a new ruler. You want to hear if you're in or out, and being pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. He's actually not so bad, you guys! Friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Someone who's still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle, you understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response. Faithful underling. Whoa! Who the heck is that? Yo, it's Olive! How are you all doing? How was stream? How was stream? I'm actually not sure what you were doing. I didn't really see you go live, so maybe I just missed a notification or something like that. How are things? How are things? There we are. If we could get a shout out for Olive, by the way. What were you guys up to? Just so those of you who know who are a bit new, from Olive. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Shout out. Wildwood. Cattail's a Wildwood story. I don't think I've heard about that yet. I know you've shown stuff about it, but I haven't really, But hello. For all of you who don't know me, my name is Term. I am the Axolotl of the Lighthouse, and also the postman on the Spellbound SMP. I do my best to create a calm and cozy atmosphere for those of us trying to find rest from the storms of day-to-day life. If you guys would like to find this place again, do be sure to drop a follow, and make sure to get your Daily Pebble. With that all out of the way, I do hope that you all had a lovely, lovely stream. Do make sure to take care of yourself. That after-stream care is very, very important. We're currently playing some Bad End Theater, which is a really fun game. It's a lot of reading, I will say. It's just, I really like all the different storylines and how they all interconnect. And hopefully soon I will get the true ending, which will be nice. Oh. Let's see. I didn't get the thing. I gotta be disloyal. Got it. Okay, so I was in the right. I just didn't do everything right. Okay, let's kill the Overlord. Is Pitchfork sentient? I mean, I'm not really sure. You kind of pull their string and then they say something, so my best assumption, they haven't run out of voice lines yet, and that's kind of concerning, but, the way I see it, it doesn't matter if someone's sentient. You should still take care, you should still treat them with respect no matter what. Oh.
Father, I crave drywall. Elback says it's tasty.
Yeah, but that's because Elback is like a contractor. Not a contractor. They work construction. They have a different palette, you can't, their palette is literally scrap wood. Offers glass to Pitchfork, not the glass! You tell me you were just joking, and clarify that you're totally in it to win it. They say that you are always terrible with jokes.
I do not think I can eat glass, little one, but thank you for the offer.
Aww. My funny is done, I lurk now. Yeah, I'm not sure if you could feed them glass. I don't even really think they can eat. It's they're like a plush, so if they had an opening, it would kind of just lead to stuffing, and then that would get out everywhere. Listen, you gotta ask Sky about the anatomy of a plush. I'm not sure how that works. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry that what you're getting yourself dragged into. You follow your friends outside the castle and talk on the plan. They're curious if you have any idea how they want to go about this. They figure they'll just lock her in a room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan. That could go wrong in so many different ways. Realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs, useless without someone's guidance. Your guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play assassin. You really didn't want it to come down to this. But you can't back down now. You have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one else has any better ideas. You and your friends turned to notice the maiden from earlier. They overheard your entire conversation. It'll be bad for you if the Overlord found out about this. Toss her in the dungeon! You and your friend seize the maiden and bring her to the dungeon under the castle. It's empty, save for the decorative skulls. They're only there to make it feel more spooky. Oh.
May I have some happy juice instead? That'll be nicer than an empty glass.
You know, maybe I really gotta ask Sky about how plushes work. Like I assume if you drank apple juice, it'd kind of just soak in, and then you'd have to. Oh my God, you get to ride the fun water. You get to go into a washer and dryer and not suffer any ill consequences. Go ahead, man. Just don't drink Yonk's happy juice. Yonk's is specifically labeled, and they're recovering right now. So like, you know, they've been using a lot of magic, and it's been making it very, very difficult to have energy. It's very, you know, Yonk's demon apple juice is easily labeled, so don't take it. The Wii spinning machine, yeah! The maiden is very upset. You leave her in her cell and continue scheming with your friends. But now the hero arrived at the front gates. You ask about the maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up? The gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, tells the hero exactly what happened. What an idiot, you think? Why give the hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? The hero yells, "Prepare to face justice!" and the other super cliche hero lines before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. You're small compared to all your friends, so you'll be able to slip away without getting cut up by that sword. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before you poke your head out. You spot the Overlord and the hero locked in battle. They worn each other down, making this very easy for you. You take an opening to present itself. You hit the back of the hero's head and knock him out. What are you doing here? I couldn't... You tell I was in a duel! You don't respond. You have to carry out the assassination. You tackle her and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stops moving. Wear helmet when riding. Oh. You finish off the hero next. You can't let him revive and come back after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make a difference. Anyone who managed to survive comes crawling out of their hiding places. You are the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow before you! You live in fear that they'll one day betray you, as they had betrayed your overlord. Lord Underling. Nice. Okay, we want Tyrant, Disloyal, Hungry, Disloyal. Overthrower! Disloyal! Okay, we'll use her for killing practice. It's just the way it has to be, you declare. Before jumping at her and clawing her guts out. It turns out you're already an expert at ending lives. Your friends call you a show-off. You go back to the castle and wash off the icky human blood. When you finish up, you hear the sound of battle outside. The heroes come. Seeing the dead maiden, you must have been pretty angry. Get to thinking. Hero took out the Overlord for you. Everything might actually work out. Got it. Okay. Well, what was I missing for Underling? It was... Okay, Tyrant, Disloyal, Hungry. Okay, so I gotta eat the maiden. Eat maiden, return to the castle, Disloyal. They're very eager to talk about it. You admit you hadn't given it much thought. You only just now remembered it was a thing. Disloyal. Sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap like usual. She's almost too easy. You silently approach your master. I have some drywall. Only have so much. We only have so much. Almost too easy. She looked so peaceful. Chicken. You don't want to kill her. Can't go through with it. You leave the room, but your friends are blocking the exit. In a panic whisper, you ask them to let you out. Seem to have been a way of testing your loyalty. To tell them that you tell them that it's pretty fucked up, and you ask again to be let out. The Overlord stirs in her bed. While your head is turned, the demon shut the door. You scramble into the Overlord's closet and hide before she wakes up and sees you. There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. You're trembling. You can't believe these assholes would bully you like this. You feel like crying. Lights flicker at your feet. It doesn't take long to realize that they've set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord try to get the door open to no avail. You're both trapped. Too afraid to move, you resign to your fate. You and the Overlord burn together. Cowardly Underling. Unlock all the actors' behaviors. That'll make it a whole lot easier. Disloyal. Gobble her up. Leave. Disloyal. Time to die! You figured the cleanest way would be to dig her claws into her throat, so you do just that. She wakes up, but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her own blood, cursing you before finally expiring. That felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. You leave the room and find your friends waiting just outside. They look pleased. Only now do you realize they must have planned to use you like this from the beginning. You are the new ruler of the castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that one day they'll betray you. Nice! Alright, there's only 3 more endings for Underling, so... the... Day off... Day off, Maiden to Castle... Diplomatic and Possessive. There we go. Let's see, skip. Disloyal. Sneak into the Overlord's room, but there's a bunch of humans there. You watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure why, but the Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. With the Overlord distracted, you figure this is as good a chance as any. You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back! She flinches, giving up enough advantage to take her down. You rip her apart as she stops moving. That was messier than you would have liked. The maiden mutters something in the corner. Thank you for saving me. Freddy! You're supposed to be on lockdown! But Vanessa, I'm a material girl! Wasn't your intention, but sounds like you did something heroic. You tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle! You are the new Overlord. Heroic Underling. Alright, if we keep up with that... bring him here. We want antisocial, obedient... Antisocial, obedient, trusting, resolute. There There we go. We're just gonna slowly but surely go through all of these endings. This game is only like 2 hours long, so the rest of the stream I'll probably just be trying to make a schedule for like next week. Because I keep forgetting to do that, and you guys deserve to know when and where I do things, you know? These surprise streams are fun, but, you know, you guys should know, you know? You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans. They've overheard the entire conversation. They take off into the castle. Are they heading to the Overlord's room? Fuck! The Overlord will kill you for sure if they found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maid's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars! Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. You cry that it was all your... They cry that it was all your idea and that you were just going in with the flow. Too scared to refuse the crazy plan. Can't believe they tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them! You're the one who didn't have a choice here! You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence! Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear traitorous friends mutter something about Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the 2 humans. And then the room bursts into flames. You pound at the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of you. You wish that he'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You sure now that you wouldn't have killed you if you had sided with her. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Traitorous Underling. And there's one more ending for the Underling, which is everything that's the same, except we also make them merciful. Quit your yelling. Loyal. You're surprised. The Overlord spared you. Maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead of looking around. You've just gone from one dead end to another. The maiden is crying. The hero is silent. You all burn together. Underling's true end. No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you give in to the despair, or... Letter flushes down from beyond the curtain. Found lost letter 3. Lost letter 3, you say? My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to our theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been very kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. Grateful for that. I hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. Maybe we'll try again. Summon! Willpower! Hope! Our true endings do exist! They simply must! The maiden's hopes with all her heart to overcome the tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. approach the gate of an overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty, as you would expect. They call out to you. The other demon guards are sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder, although you definitely are intruding into someone's story right now. You tell the underling that you've come to save them from tragedy. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. Just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think the underling's friends who had bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. Sorry, I've been AFK. I had to go do some chores. No trouble. Listen, never feel the need to be here 24/7. Hell, like, the fact that you even, you guys could show up, get your daily pebble, and go to your regular, and, like, close out and go do regular stuff, and I would still appreciate it. Like, I'm just happy that you guys give me the time of day at all. If they keep better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. True end for the underling suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So there's a way that I can even work and have fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you, just in case. The underling will now fight alongside you. Wait, what the fuck? You didn't say anything about a boss battle! The underling, You must be so desperate to call on such an unreliable ally. Huh? If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over. Oh, but it won't be that easy. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Mischief. The underling tries to evade tragedy through mischievous means. You're so much fun. Would you like a reminder of where that mischief will lead you? Tenacity. Knock me down and I'll just come back stronger! Your underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained on torches on the wall. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises. And who are you? Would you come to reside in my castle and serve me? Ah, it would seem that I've become one with the lamp. That's fine. Yeah, happens from time to time. You explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding a demon army, and she laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. Can't help but think that it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory. I have no interest in waging war on humans. I merely wish to be left alone, to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. You realize that she must actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. My own attempt at peace has been rather imperfect. You offer a solution, then very well, I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight. I see! So this is tragedy! Ah, so you've brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. You've prevented me from attaining peace for so long enough. Prepare to die! I hope you're prepared to face your deaths as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Now that the whole party's here, can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me! Brutality. The Overlord tries to fight tragedy with sheer brutality. Oh, has violence really been working out for you so far? I'll show you my own brutality. Ambition! I'll reach my true ending with my own power! The Overlord uses her ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. This is it. With everyone's hearts united, you take aim towards your best possible futures. You unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all! You've done it! You've managed to defeat me! A tragic ending for tragedy itself! I love it! I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, Hero! Thank you, Maiden! Thank you, Underling! And thank you, Overlord. Enough of this nonsense! We defeated you! So die already! Don't worry, I'll be making my exit shortly. Finally, thank you most of all. We couldn't have been here without you. Yes, my bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it, I wonder? Nah. Well, I did my best. Happy ending shouldn't always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one! Here's to your true ending. Ended up saving them all. Hero decided to become a tailor instead of having to fulfill the role of a hero. The underling started living his own life, doing things that he wanted to do, and being his own boss. The Maiden ended up deciding to stay with the Overlord, and basically made their own life as well. And the Overlord lived happily ever after. But unfortunately, not everyone got a good ending. This is our true end. But it's not the true end. I think you all know what we gotta do. We gotta get all the bad endings. Exit the theater. And enter the theater. Oh, so you weren't done with my bad endings, and now you're back for more. You'll have to cancel out your true ending if you want to go back to the way things were before the final battle. Shall we begin the resetting process? 2 options. If you missed out on seeing all 41 bad endings, you can keep your progress and reset to before the true ending. Or you can erase all of your progress and replay the game as if it were your very first time. You'll have to collect everything all here again, though. You can't take this back. For the true end. We're now free to continue. Looking at what endings we have, I think we do the Overlords next. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. So, let's see. Day off, stay, diplomatic, possessive. Day off. You are awakened by one of the underlings. The hero wishes to speak to you. He inquires about a maiden who is rumored to be here, but you've never seen her. The humans don't visit often, or ever, really. Hero takes their leave, and you wonder why he totally trusted you then. Heroes traditionally kill demons. This guy seems like he's as bad at his job, in your opinion. Whatever. You're still feeling sleepy, so you go right back to your nap. One of your underlings is tearing your throat out. You try to struggle, but you can't tell that you're already mortally wounded. You would have done to deserve this kind of ending. You remember now, you gave this one a day off, and this is how it repays you! You die wondering if you could have done anything to prevent it. But I think I need to make sure they're not disloyal or hungry. Probably for the best, you know. Yeah, you can stay. Possessive, right? I think it's possessive. Can I see the... I don't think it's possessive, right? She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that, and you had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep the maiden very safe from now on, though. Selfish overlord. Next up is... Tyrant, Hungry, Dutiful. There we go.
A burger doesn't have a front or a back until you take a bite out of it.
You know, you're not wrong. That's actually very true. It's an equal opportunity sandwich. Get back to work. You're awoken by a commotion outside. The hero's shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush into the battlefield to confront the jerkwad. You curse at him and you very rudely acquire the reason for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive this action. You do battle with the hero, but he's grown strong from cutting down your army. You're unable to defeat him. With decisive swings, he stabs and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You failed your subjects. You spit curses weakly. You wish you could have been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be Overlord in the first place. Truth was, you were never much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was a title and control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you're swallowed by darkness. Conquered Overlord. Next up is Day Off, Obedient Coward. Go ahead, take the day off. Now go home. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. You figure you may as well go back to bed now. But you don't rest for very long. Before you know it, everything around you is engulfed in flames! What's going on?! You try to escape, but something's blocking the door! You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you being usurped? They had zero foresight! What castle will they rule from if this one burns? You don't want to believe, but your underlings have betrayed you. This was no accident, those ungrateful bastards! Choke on the thick black smoke from the fire. You can't believe that it's being done by a bunch of cowards! You'll see them in hell. Burned Overlord. And one more ending for Overlord here, which is Day Off, Day Off, so Day Off, Antisocial, Disloyal, but so So disloyal. Skip all that. Day off. Go home. Yep. I guess, did I already get that one? What am I missing here? Okay, so give the underling the day off. You are antisocial and they're obedient, so they go home. The Overlord lets the maiden and the hero go. Let's try that again. Go home. The maiden bursts into your room, accompanied by the hero. She's trying to frantically commune something to you, but still half asleep. A group of demons, after your life, still don't grasp the urgency. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars! They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything that's the first underling's plan. Everyone's shouting. Take retribution. You pierce the chest with their claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He is wise not to interfere. They've stopped moving, but you keep digging and twisting your claws in there. Doesn't make you feel any better. The underling's corpse burns along with you and the two humans. Spiteful Overlord. A letter flutters down. Lost letter 4. You know, I realize I didn't check any of those. First one's first. Antisocial. Trusting, see the Overlord alone. Leave on your own. You can prove yourself without anyone's help. You take a run for the Overlord's castle, leaving the hero behind. A suspicious group of demons stand outside the entrance. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you overheard them, and the underling you recognize from before is the first to do something about it. It's just the way it has to be. They suddenly attack you, and in that moment you regret having ever trusted the demons. You die instantly. Slaughtered Maiden. That's gotta be a band name. I'm not gonna lie. That's gotta be a band name. Who else? So, okay, not disloyal. That was probably what was causing it to mess up. As you get closer, you start to see a tower of black smoke. The castle's engulfed in flames! What in God's name could have happened? You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door's shut tight. The handles are too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fist against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could have pulled up this kind of thing off. You start to cough. Smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you haven't got much time left now. You desperately head to the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't be making it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke. A maiden saving the Overlord. If you just stayed true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. You let a demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Damn. Let's see. We'll make him disloyal and captor. There we go. They decide to lock you in the dungeon before you can cause any trouble. You cry out, but the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped, possibly being thrown in a cell back in your village, only to be tossed into this awful place. This is terrible! Who's gonna keep those demons from harming the Overlord? You hope that she can fend for herself. You sure can't. You hear the sounds of battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, your cries don't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Okay, we'll take neat, stay, diplomatic, possessive. As you think that, the hero enters the room. You're surprised to see him at first until you realize that he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, you ask the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any real danger. The hero expresses relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. Your apologies for causing trouble, but really, can't anybody read that note that you left? Jeez! Hero asks if you'll return to the village with him. Give everybody the news of your safety. But the Overlord objects to the hero's suggestion. You tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. The Overlord suddenly jumps on the hero, tearing into him with her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catches you in your throat. You watch and you can't look away. Had she really been lying to you all along, you wonder? Is this your punishment for questioning the divine plan? The Overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord in this horrible way like this, it was your destiny after all. But the Overlord stops, or rather, someone stopped her. Whatever held back your stream before doesn't stop you this time. The Overlord is ripped to shreds by one of her demon underlings. You think you recognize them, but it's hard to tell with all the blood. Everyone stopped moving now. The room is silent, save for the underlings' heavy breathing. You thank them for what they've done. Even though it was awful, you feel like you've been rescued. They look at you confused for a moment, then puff out their chest. You should probably go home. This place is dangerous. You follow their advice, making the way out to the castle. You decide never to leave home again for the rest of your life. And we'll get rid of disloyal, because I'm assuming that's how that happened. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now. That was quick. Alright, and that leaves one more ending for the Maiden. Let's see. We're going to want... Stay diplomatic, disloyal. We don't want possessive. So get rid of possessive, keep the disloyal. The Overlord allows you two to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon. You're about halfway to the village when you feel something is off. Unable to shake the concern, you look back over your shoulder. You stop in your tracks. The castle is engulfed in flames. Is the Overlord alright? You can't return to the village like this. You have to know. You have to be sure everybody is safe. You've already taken off as the hero can't even think of stopping you. You scan for the fleeing demons. They aren't there among them. Against your better judgment, you rush in. You hear the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle's too hot. You're too weak to force it open. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role as only a hero could have pulled this thing off. Smoke is too thick. Where did I go wrong there? So we want meet Overlord, stay. Oh, you need to be... No, you don't need to be either of those. You need to be diplomatic, disloyal. What is the secret ingredient here? Maybe if I take the trusting route? So begin story, meet, stay, diplomatic, disloyal, ah, that's why I didn't have disloyal checked. There we go. The Overlord's claws pierce the underling's chests as they scream an awful scream. They dig and twist their claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray. There's no saving any of you now. You, the Overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. The letter flutters by. Last but not least, we have the hero, the one group that I have not done that much of, because they've got a bunch more endings. Well, starting from the top, flee, diplomatic, hungry, and that should do it. Flee. The Overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was it really never here? You wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says that she wishes she could help, but you're the first human that's come here in forever, at least as far as she knows. You think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon and all, but you can't really prove she's lying either. You apologize for the intrusion, and you return home to the village. Maiden was never found. Useless hero. Damn. Damn. Wow. Just calling him useless. Alright. We'll choose. Antisocial obedient. She can't be trusted. You aren't sure you should listen to this maiden. You've been taught your whole life that demons are evil. You ask if she's sure about all this, but she gets very upset that you think she would lie to you. She storms off before you can say anything. You decide to return to the village, certain that she must have been the kidnapped maiden you were sent to rescue. Glad that took care of itself. You take the time to walk home. Job well done today, you think to yourself. You walk past town square. You notice the whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden you saw earlier? She's bound to a wooden stake. The crowd is in a frenzy. Smoke begins to rise as you stand idly by as the flames consume the maiden. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. It didn't seem nice, though, you think. But evil comes in all forms, you reassure yourself. You decide to call it a day, return to your house, but you can't escape that sinking feeling. Maybe you aren't cut out for this role. Spectator hero. Next up is... Flee obedient trusting. You have no reason to assume she's lying, even though her story's kinda hard to believe. The air becomes dark and thick as you enter the demon's territory. Full miasma? No, you realize it's just normal smoke. You see the maiden ahead, but she's stopped in her tracks. The Overlord's castle's engulfed in flames. You had only taken your eye off the maiden for a second, and she already disappeared. You get closer to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now. You think of turning back. The maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to you all along. Was this a trap? Would it be worth risking your life on that chance? Your legs feel heavy. No, going in there would be suicide. You return to the village and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demon. Bystander hero ending A. Damn. Okay, so flee, diplomat, possessive. Ask the maiden what's going on. The Overlord objects to this. The maiden tries to tell her that she'll come right back, but the Overlord refuses to hear it. It's your job to mediate situations like this. You tell the Overlord if she doesn't let you two go, you'll have to assume she's evil, and you'll be forced to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. The Overlord pauses and then suddenly jumps at you. You're helpless as she disembowels you with your claws. How horrible. You came all this way only to be met with a cruel fate. You should have destroyed those evil creatures while you had the chance. Your dying wish is for the maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Naive hero. You must be really enjoying my tragedies. Next up. Dutiful, apologize. Dutiful. You gather your courage for what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is a much safer place with them gone. That's what you tell yourself as you kill one after the other in the Overlord's chamber. You find the maiden being held by the Overlord, just as suspected. But for some reason you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion, and there's no time to hesitate. Ask the maiden what's going on. She explains she came here on her own. She was never in any danger. You hesitantly ask why you're covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. The Overlord moves past you out the door. They see their army of lifeless, bloody piles. She's wailing. It's horrible. This is your chance, hero. This is all a big misunderstanding. You hope that she'll let this whole thing slide. If you could just explain yourself. You really try, but the Overlord's inconsolable. She tears you apart. The maiden watches in silence. You die, and you can't help but think that you probably deserve this. That's a bad number. We should change that. Upset, heroic, martyr. You lunge forward to put an end to the evil Overlord, but your blade pierces the maiden instead. She sacrificed herself to protect this demon. It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The Overlord wails. Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The Overlord strikes you in a vengeful rage, and you parry. She's slain. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands. Your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look at the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the Overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demonic magic. You pick up the Overlord's head, wrap it in your cape, and begin the long journey back to town. You'll say that you were too late, that nothing could have been done for the girl, but the Overlord is slain. There will be a celebration. One last ending. There we go. Going to kill it as retribution? Continues to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. You're surprised she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? Guess it didn't really matter now. You all burn together. Hero's true end. My love, just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this. It's unreasonable, cruel. I had to find an outlet for my grief somehow. So I decided to write. And I'll keep writing until the day you find me once again. And then, maybe we could write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. My love, I've finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened my very own theater. You'd be so proud. If you could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you, to be at my side on opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theater could become world famous, then maybe just might hear of it. Wherever you are. Forever yours, Tragedy. My love, I've been a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to see my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand my stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. I hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. My love, you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. One I was really quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you say. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude. You wouldn't accept any of my justifications, and yet you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony, however unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on that day. Even now, I wonder if somehow you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. Congratulations! You've explored every path I had to offer. Thanks for playing. Can't end like this. You want the answer to the Maiden's Prayer. You've decided to find a way to save everybody. But retracing the paths you've seen so far, there's no room. There's really nothing you can do. Nothing you can do by acting from within. Maybe it's time to take it into your own hands. The hero is burning. The maiden is burning. The underling is burning. The overlord is burning. You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. You don't know how you could do that, but what's going on here? Look pitch black. Come to save you. You explain what you've witnessed. There are many terrible intertwining fates, and now you're searching for a good ending. Of course, that makes no sense to any of them. Only the maiden understands your compassion. My prayers have been answered. You must be... For God? No. Merely a player. I want to see something new. Are you trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? Have some nerve! You think defeating me might just be the only way to see a better ending? It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, that does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Once again, time to fight God. The stage is set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. You're right. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here. Behold, my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing them all make your heart ache? You witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. You must be as much of a masochist as me. I commend your thoroughness. Surely the characters have a special place in your hearts. They're still suffering backstage, you know. It'd be a shame they couldn't make it here to the end of the world. That's right. You came to save them. You can't do this alone. Really couldn't have a final boss fight without him. I'm just gonna go ahead and summon everybody real quick. No reason to go through the entire thing. Willpower. Hope. Tenacity. And ambition. With everyone's hearts united, you take aim and unleash an attack to destroy tragedy once and for all. You've done it! You've managed to defeat me! A tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, hero. Thank you, maiden. Thank you, underling. And thank you, overlord. Enough of this nonsense! We defeated you, so die already! Don't worry. I'll be making my exit shortly. Thank you most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. My Bad End Theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize. I want to deliver a satisfying story. Did my best. There's a part of me that feels like I was supposed to take the other answer. But hey, worst comes to worst, we just play that last bit again, you know? Meets everyone, welcome to Bad End Theater. Curtains close, come away stronger. Maybe you'll break. My fault you sought this pain. My misery, they're all eternity, a length of suffering. Here's all the letters. Stacked. My most loved End Theater, warm from them. Aww. For true end. Something's missing. Oh, still here. Curtain closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. No more tragedies left for me to tell, after all. What about your story? Me? Oh, you'd like to know why I started my theater. Because I'm obsessed with bad endings, of course. You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. Piece by piece it falls apart in your hands, revealing... I could have warned you. It might affect how you would have thought of my stories. Can't help but compare my face to the maiden. I'm not her, but not like she isn't me, necessarily. That's how it is with fiction. Wouldn't like to hear, not another ending, but truth. Tell me. One last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I'll set the stage. In this world, there's no such things as demons or even heroes, really. There was a girl, eager to set out to fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. You met someone. Another girl. A running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord. Two were inseparable, and for a time everything was wonderful. Their families, the community they came from, neither approved of their relationship. That's the reality for many. Care was no different. Despite their best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. We used to be like the type of stories where love conquers all, where the strength of your love will pull you through any hardship, and everything is okay in the end. I lost her, and then I started this theater. But the story does have a happy end. Huh? Hoping to find you? It's you! It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again. You always think of the worst ending. I wasn't about to give up just because things got difficult. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool. I could say the same to you. You knew I could never resist giving your stories a happy ending. So of course I would get drawn to a place like this. Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end. Thank you for reminding me that. I love you. I love you too. Now truly, everyone can live happily ever after. Tragedies end. That's sweet. I do gotta wonder what happens if I enter again. There's nothing more to see, my love, but if you'd like to reset, if you really want to experience everything over again, I'm happy to oblige. Shall we begin? Nah. I'll let you be happy. You're so fickle. Let me know if you change your mind. God. I love that game. I loved that. That was adorable. Oh, God. I'm not gonna lie, there is a lot of things that sort of, like, that sort of hit home. The running trend of, like, not knowing what your purpose is and not being able to find where you fit in the world, and worried that you're not doing what you feel like you need to be doing to fit the role that you're trying to be. And eventually realizing that you don't have to be the thing that everybody tells you you have to be. It's something special. And then, of course, they wrapped it all up in a lovely little story at the end. It's just, oh, God. That is good. That hits my heart right where it hurts. Oh, God. That is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Every minute of that. Every minute. Ugh. Now, the rest of stream, I'll probably just be making my schedule for the week, so, you know, we'll be raiding someone later, but I'm gonna go ahead and quickly go to BRB real quick, and I will be right back. I'm gonna go and we're actually, probably have a text thing for this, probably, right? Let me just see real quick. Just add some text real quick. Maybe it's not even there. Maybe... I'm actually not sure where the text is supposed to be. It's all good. Yeah. Right here. Ow. There we go. Can you guys see that? There we go. That seems like a good place to put it for now. I will be right back momentarily. I'm gonna go and take care of myself a bit, you know. And then when we get back, we will do some, you know, we'll be making our schedule. So, yeah. Y'all have fun. And for some reason, I'm not... Actually, you know what? I should probably mute myself on the way out. Okay. I just got myself some lasagna. I'm gonna set it to just chatting, as well as, like, schedule making. So, if it'll let me. Here we go. Lasagna, absolutely. Let me just go ahead and exit out of here real quick. And I don't know, we'll pull up some music on Spotify. That seems like fun, you know? Just listen to my mix for a bit. It's like, what do I want? What do I want to listen to? Album called Gay Stories. We'll just do something in recommended. I love Scrimply Quest. Always a big fan. Lasagna is so good. It's a condiment and deserves to be put on fries. It is pasta cake. How's your day been, everybody? I hope you've all been doing good. You know? Today's stream has kind of just been me doing funny voices and showing off a cool game, so like... Oh, this one's cool.
Father, help! I am slowly succumbing to eepiness.
I wish I could help you, bud, but like that's one of the main roles as a plush is to be eepy. You can't just not be eepy and be a plush. You know? It's called Battle Under a Broken Sky. I'm not gonna lie, that name goes hard. That's going into stream music. That's some damn good music. Here, we'll put some Painted Love Letters on. Good. Didn't do too much today, so feeling a bit bleh about that. But I can do extra stuff tomorrow, hopefully, and make up for it. Listen, you do what you need to do. What you do today is what you were supposed to do. Like, you can't, like, the fact that I cannot stress this enough for everybody out there. The fact that you got up today means that you are doing a good job. You, as a human being, the one responsibility that you have is to exist. And that's it. You don't owe any other responsibilities. Now, society might dictate that you need other responsibilities, but that's like a societal issue, and you can't really deal. That like, just because we have to live in capitalism doesn't mean that we doesn't mean that like we can't not argue about it. We're allowed to do that. We're allowed to be angry about our circumstances, if that makes sense. But anyway, where was I? That's right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set up the thing real quick. I haven't opened GIMP in so long. And now I need to set it up so that way it is... How dare you be nice! Listen, you must be new here, because that's my whole deal. Come on. How dare you be a dad? It's not showing up. Maybe if I just... Game capture? No, that doesn't make sense either. Probably window capture. There we go. That's better. I made a care package icon. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out in a little bit. Oh. Forgot, what was this? Have angst? Oh well. Okay. Only have notes. Ooh. Oh, that's cute. Alright. Attempt at doing that. Should be in scenes. Damn, that was a while ago. Jeez. Alright, well, Monday looks alright. I think I'll delete... Yeah, that right there. And a shiny nickel for every time I missed you. I'd use it to buy the moon and sell the moon to North Korea. All those fancy missiles to blow craters in that moon until it spelled out our initials. That's absurd. Sorry, I'm bad with words. What's up? Hello, Cypher. I hope you're having a good time. Not used to spending my time floating up on Cloud 9 with you up in my mind. Spend my summers there. It turned to every weekend among the clouds when I should be home sleeping. That's your fault. That's right, I blame you. I blame you for all the birthday wishes who came true. Since I'm dating, I am not the same dude. I've changed for the better, and I blame you for that too. I think we got this. I won't talk to you how they talk. I'll walk 1,000,000 miles 'cause 1,000 is a cakewalk. Give it to me straight, Doc. I think it's meant to be, and you would think so too if you knew what you meant to me. On for hours, but the words would never match up perfectly to show the power that you hold. Midas was a king's. How come ever since I heart everything has turned to gold? My heart, even in the Arctic, it was freezing cold. I dream it's growing old with you. Paper, 'cause mailing stuff is hard. I have to imagine hugs and kisses on the card. Longer yours truly. At the end, it's love me, XO, until we meet again. Always skip the BS. That'll have to be the one I use. My day's alright. Just made 100 pizzas earlier today. Other than that, the chaotic nightmare I'm doing alright. Ooh. Well, I am happy that that is more or less over, and I'm happy that things are doing alright. Just make sure that you're relaxing well, Cypher. We're always happy to have you here. To deserve you in my life, so I thank God and my lucky stars aligned. 'Cause I don't know what I did or how I did it, but I did something right. Smiled and it was the most beautiful thing that I'd ever seen. And you apologized and covered your mouth 'cause you're insecure about your crooked teeth. But can I just say this? I'm really glad that you never got braces. Like your smile just the way it is. Don't worry, I'm only 15-hour shift right now. Had 3 monsters and feeling great. I still don't know how you do with that. I really need to get you a supply of Rogue at some point, my man. Like, I'm not sure if it would be good, like, I need to get you, like, their extreme line that has, like, 300 milligrams of caffeine in it. I'm not sure if that would be good or bad. Like, part of me feels like that's enabling, but I also know that, like you're a special case, which is something, you know? There we go. Right. But I did something right. What do I want to do Wednesday? Oh my god. Bear, you can't just send this to me. You can't send me this. Oh god. Guys, you're about to see something cool. Look at that! Oh my god, that's such a cool sticker sheet! Oh god, I love that! You got, I guess, check out Starmint_art because they got, I'm so tired! I'm so tired! Oh! Okay. Oh god, that's adorable. Almost every drink is just flavor at this point. Understandable. I'm happy that at least it's for flavor and not the energy, but, you know. Let's... There we go. I'm trying to remember what Wednesday was. I guess I could finish off Paper Mario. You didn't hear this from me, but I'm starting to mix energy drinks now to get more of a kick. That definitely sounds like an issue, but hey, you know, I can't tell you how to live your life. I can just say what I do and don't recommend, and again, you're a special case, so I can't, you know. Like, you know how your stuff works better than I do. Oh. Know a girl who likes to drink her coffee black. 'Cause sugar knows she don't got time for that. Leaves her desires at the welcome mat. He walks in, no boy who likes to keep his burner on. He's always running with no one to keep warm. Like he's flirting with the smoke alarm. His fire's fading. So we laugh, we cry, we fall, we get high. We were kids just like we were kids, and when I'm feeling small, you get me through it all. Like we were kids just like we were kids again. Girl who's never tried to settle down. She wears her loneliness just like a crown. And when she smiles, all the kings will bow down. I know a boy who's broken every vow he's made, who's spoken every coward's phrase, but he could listen like a rainy day and drown it out. And so we laugh, we cry, we fall, we get high. Like we were kids, just like we were kids. And when I'm feeling small, you get me through it all. Like we were kids, just like we were kids again. Just like we were kids, just like we were kids again. Like we were kids, just like we were kids, just like we were kids again. All right. I remove all the times, because like I stream at roughly the same time. Also, Tuesday should not be 2 p.m. That is not the time that happens. We're born. Sun. Light. Who swallowed the moon? You. Like a Pisces. Oh, the sun. There we go. Leo, but eat like a Pisces. more than just a dream. Yo, how's it going, Cameron? I hope you guys are having a wonderful time. How was stream? How was stream? How you doing, Cam? I do drop shadow schedule. Say okay. There we go. Cam raid. Woo! How is it? How are things? How are things? I know I'm not usually live this late. I usually stop before 10, but I'm making my schedule for the week because I want to start doing that from now on. Community games. Played a little idle game in VR chat. Ooh, fun. I would love to do VR chat. I'm just not sure if my PC could handle that and all of the other stuff I have on all the time. Thank you for that shout out, Mystery. But for those of you who don't know, my name is Term. I'm the Axolotl of the Lighthouse. I do my best to create a calm and cozy atmosphere for those of us who are struggling with the storms of day-to-day life. If you guys do want to come back here, do make sure to drop a follow, get your daily pebble, and, settle in, get cozy. Because we're basically doing the last bit of stream where I finished making a schedule. Always shocked my PC doesn't get angry. Honestly, fair, like, in every regard. There we go. Friday and Saturday can stay the way it is, because I don't really do much with that. I do want to change around the Spellbound thing, though, because I got some new stuff, so... We'll go ahead and delete that layer. Though, you could always go to the Quest-compatible worlds. They aren't that intense. Yeah, true. I also should probably get a VR headset. Like, I used to have a Quest, and then, like, the Quest kind of conked out on me midway through a move, so, But, hey, gives me a chance to get something that isn't owned by, that isn't owned by, like, by Meta, so, might be able to get something like a Vive or one day, which will be nice. But yeah, if you do need to rest, do make sure to do that because, well, it's like after stream care is very important, and I bet it's even more important after doing some VR stuff because, If I go to fan art 2023. Well, I just can't stop thinking. So, did you say I was different? And you hadn't before, of course not. When would I have ever? Need food, absolutely. What about me? Well, you're here too. Here together. Yeah, that seems like fun. There we go. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Just need to change the date is all and we'll be done. Very strange to think. I used to take so much longer with these. So it'll be the 6th, 7, 8, 11, 12. So 6th through the 12th. And then we should just be able to repeat drop shadow. There we go. Looks good. Nice. There we go. Go ahead and save. We'll export as there we go. And I'll probably post this tomorrow after Spellbound. Remember, everybody, I got Spellbound tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a very fun episode. We got it. We got a big thing that SB Term's going to be doing. There we go. But that should be everything, more or less. At least I think it should be everything. Sometimes we can always forget things, but oh my god, so many people. So many people. Don't forget the time change term. Don't worry, I won't. We don't start until 3 p.m. my time, which like by then I will have been checking my phone long enough to have checked the time change. So, you know, we'll be all hunky dory. But where now? Just gotta find someone to raid real quick. I don't need to hear myself. No, thank you. Why not? I descend. Hello, Anubis. Ushered here by sassy beasts of both bear and cow, although I'm unfamiliar with this lighthouse. All that's important to me right now, Steven Universe music, readable subtitles, and axolotl. Well, I'm happy to have made as much time as I'm happy to have made a good first impression. Oh, you know, I'm currently my name is Term. I'm the axolotl of the lighthouse, as I said before, and I do my best to create a comfy and cozy atmosphere for those of us who are struggling with the storms of day-to-day life. Do feel free to get cozy. Mikasa Sukasa. We are currently about to raid, though, so I'm happy that you were able to get that out right at the end. See, we might raid Mage. Or oh wait, Jelly. Jelly's playing Papa's Freezeria. That sounds like fun. I think we'll do that. I haven't raided Jelly in a while. Could be... Actually, wait, no, I have raided them recently. It's Mage who I haven't raided in a while. And Elemagel is currently playing some Super Mario Bros. Wonder, I'm assuming? Yep. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. So, I'm going to go ahead and get this raid set up. Make sure to get your raid messages out. Let me just... There we go. I hope you are all having a lovely, lovely time. There's all of the little messages that you have, including our free one. If you guys do want to see more of me, I have a YouTube, I have a Blue Sky, I have all these different socials. I'm everywhere that you can possibly think of for your viewing convenience and pleasure. And I will be sure to see you guys later. I feel like that command should have worked. Ah well, not my problem. I will see you guys.